Hi everybody, I'm DJ Foster. The Grand Valley State football team begins the 2012 season 1 week from today, next Saturday, September 1st at Western Oregon. And today I'm joined by Grand Valley State senior wide receiver Israel Woolfork. Israel, thanks for joining me today.
Thank you. It's always a pleasure.
Israel, talk about how you got to Grand Valley. What was your story, your recruiting trail like? What brought you to Allendale?
From Livonia, Michigan, a suburb outside of Detroit. Went to Livonia Franklin High School, Division I school, and we had a pretty good season. I ended up having a pretty good year that year. Went honorable mention All-State. And I got a call. Coach Mitch actually came to my high school one day, sat down and showed me the highlight tape of the football team that year, what success they had, gave me a program and different things like that. And then 2 weeks later, I ended up coming up on a visit, and I worked out. Did a great job, and then Coach Martin came and offered me a scholarship the following couple of weeks. I'm not sure on the time, date, or period, but
you're listed as a wide receiver, as I said, but you might as well be listed as a utility player with everything you do on kickoff returns, punt coverage, all that stuff. But what's your favorite part of the game? I mean, you do so much. Is there something that you enjoy doing more than anything?
My favorite part of football is just knowing that you physically and mentally dominated the opponent. Truthfully, whether that's catching the ball over them or blocking or making a move, blocking a punt, just different things like that. Just when you one-on-one with a guy, you physically and mentally you beat him, and he's disgusted with himself, and you're happy because you just made a big play or your teammate made a big play and different things like that. That's what I enjoy the most.
You've really shined on special teams the last couple of years. Have 4 or 5 block kicks. You scored a touchdown last year on a block punt that you fell on in the end zone. What's the key to blocking kicks? Obviously, there's kind of an art to it and an art form. What do you think is so important about it?
I have a really good coach, Coach Mitch. Our coaches take a lot of time on special teams, and Coach Mitch helps us with techniques and different things like that. Coach Mitch preaches takeoff. It's very important to get a great takeoff. You got to be low, and have to get vertical, and you have to get to a block point. Each punter lines up different, whether it's 14 yards, 15 yards, but usually the block point's always around 9 yards. So once you get in the backfield, you want to make sure you go to the block point, which is 9 yards from the snapper. Have your hands low and your eyes follow your hands because you have to see what you block, and you don't want to jump because they usually can kick it through you. So we take a lot of time with techniques and different things like that, and Coach Mitch really preaches our techniques during special teams. That's why we're very good at them.
A lot of guys don't like doing the little things. If they're not the glamorous things, they don't get them all the recognition. But you're one of the guys that does the no-nonsense stuff. You're kind of a blue-collar guy. Why do you enjoy doing those things? Each
person on our team has their role, and my role may be doing the dirty work, or CJ's role may be just catching and different things like that, and he's setting up the offense. I just love winning, and I love being a part of a team, and I will do anything for a common goal. We all share one common goal, and that's to win a football game, and we all have to do it each of our jobs. And I think that everyone on the team loves doing their job and doing what their coaches teach us what to do.
Speaking of Charles Johnson, one of your teammates on the wide receiver group, Charles had 15 touchdowns last year, but he said this quote about you recently. I want to get it right. Charles said he, as in Israel, made a lot more plays than me last year. Maybe not the ones that appear on the stat sheet, but the plays that show up on game film. Again, this is a guy who had 15 touchdown catches, and he said you make more plays than him. What does it mean to have a teammate say something like that about you?
It's a great feeling. That just shows you about how Grand Valley football is. In the locker room, off the field, on the field, how we feel about each other, we pick each other up. Charles is a great teammate, and I have many more. And for him to say that, I really appreciate that a lot coming from him. He's a really good player and one of my good friends, and I appreciate that a lot.
You have only 14 catches in the last 3 years, but you've been used so much. As I said, as we talked before, every time I talk to Mitch during the season, he always has something good to say about you, something positive, because you kind of fly under the radar a little bit. How do you see your role expanding on offense this year?
With the great year that CJ had, with the 15 touchdowns and the 900-some yards receiving, I don't know exactly, but a lot of coverages are going to be more towards him, a lot of safety over top because CJ is really good one-on-one player. So I feel like I'm going to have single coverage to my side. I just feel like it could be me stepping up, it could be someone else stepping up, as long as when our number is called to make a play, we all have to step up and make the play.
In 2009, you showed a little bit of your skills as a freshman playing the national championship game. You made a big catch late in that game, a diving catch for 35 yards. They replayed it to see if it actually was a catch. First off, tell me if you did catch the ball. We're a few years away. They won't take it away from you now. But also just talk about what it meant to play in the national championship game as a freshman.
First off, of course I caught the ball. I got reviewed, and I really did catch it. But playing in the national championship was an amazing feeling. I didn't play that much my redshirt freshman year, but at the end of the year, I played in the national championship, and I had 2 catches at those games. And going back to what I said previously, like, my number was called and I had to make the play. And that's like Coach Gann always has this saying, when that ball's in the air for 3 or 4 seconds, you are Grand Valley football, you are the tradition, you are the past champions or the future champions, and it's your time to make that play.
Your senior year, this will be your last year playing football here at Grand Valley. When the year's over and done with, what do you hope you can say you got out of your senior season and your career?
The first thing is I want to have no regrets. I have a lot of friends who have graduated and who are done playing football, whether it's back at home in Livonia who only play high school, or the guys that I've grown up here with and played college, and they talk about, oh man, I wish I would have worked out that day. I wish I would have did this better. I wish I would have did that. I took it upon myself this off season, and with CJ and a couple other guys, the seniors, we took it upon ourselves, like, to work hard 24/7. Like, I didn't go back the week before camp. I stayed up here. I got treatment. I worked out. I wanted no regrets. I wanted my body to be in perfect condition for camp and the season. I wanted to be in shape. So that's my biggest thing, is have no regrets. I want to know at the end of the year, whether it's down in Alabama or it's somewhere in the playoffs, hopefully, that I know that I gave it all and everything and I have no regrets. And when I look back on my career, I just want to see that I enjoyed playing the game. I attacked it every single day I was at football, and I was a good teammate, because being a good teammate is very important. That's one thing the coaches preach.
Israel Woolfork and the Grand Valley State Lakers kick off their season 1 week from today at Western Oregon on Saturday, September 1st. Israel, thanks for joining us today. Best of luck in 2012.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
For Israel Woolfork, I'm DJ Foster. Thanks for watching the Grand Valley Sports Network.